basic facilities, including free medical care, has been provided for an indefinite time. The 28-day spiritual regimen to boost the immune system also included Pache Patni Vridam, meditation, chanting of sacred syllables of Mahavakya, hygienic living, and social distancing, amongst many. The Nithyananda Hindu University, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has established the university, which is the world's largest Hindu university. This has been done for educational reform and development. The Nithyananda Gurukul has been established and inaugurated by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as a revival of the ancient Adi Shaivite guru-disciple education and authentic knowledge transmission system based on enlightenment. It is amazing to watch that the results have shown whole brain learning, stress-free, zero teen violence or aggression. 50% and more of the children are at 1 to 3 years way ahead of their physical age, giving their 10th board exams even before the age of 15. Quantum memory activation is rapidly moving towards recalling verbatim after a single hearing, and so on. The university has provided many thousands of people. We have more than 20 million people who have enrolled, 10,000 plus free courses, and extended campuses in about 150 countries. The Nithyananda Jnanalaya, the Hindu Jnanalaya, or the library, has been established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for the protection of Hindu scriptures. It is to collect and preserve the 1 million Hindu scriptures while ensuring that knowledge is made accessible and shared free of cost to all, collecting and preserving 1 million plus source books of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has collected more than 15 terabytes of digital books and rare manuscripts, all from more than 19 Sarvagna Peetams, ancient mutts and ashrams. Hinduismpedia is a simple, humble hard work to organize and present all the Hindu scriptures available on the planet Earth digitally in multiple languages, authentic translation, as it is, without any manipulation, interpretation, with a total compilation accounting to pages on Hinduism, and so on. It is indeed a work that has been organized. Minutes for Peace meditation for global peace and religious harmony. In 2014, after just 2 years of the launch of the program, this has crossed over 1 billion minutes of peace that have been recorded by multitudes of people across the globe. 4.3 billion plus minutes for world peace has been recorded. Confluences for world peace offered for global peace and religious harmony. The Kumbh Mela was hosted in Los Angeles by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The first confluence of peace was organized by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for world peace to honor the memory of those who lost their lives saving others on September 11th, 2001. And this confluence happened at Irvine, California. And the second confluence happened in 2007 in Los Angeles in collaboration with the Vedanta Society, BAPS, Swaminarayan Sanstha, ISKCON, Siddha Yoga, and many, many more organizations. Over 3,000 residential guests were hosted and serving of over 300,000 vegetarian meals a day has happened in 2015 and 16. And as you can see further on the confluences for world peace that have been organized across the globe. Women's empowerment programs for feminine empowerment and gender equality. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revived the Vedic feminism in KAILASA, where 80% of all the leadership positions are occupied by women. KAILASA's Yogini Sarvagna Peeta, KAILASA's Nithyananda Lakshmi, KAILASA's Women Foundation, and Women's Empowerment Self-Help centers, KAILASA's Ankita program, Ashraya program, are examples of the initiatives that have been taken to empower women. Empowering of the indigenous women by teaching them to perform Hindu rituals, temple administration, and temple sciences. Nithyananda Yoga, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has been conferred 2 Guinness World Records established on September 30th and October 3rd, 2017. He revived 108 scientifically validated kriyas, which are a combination of postures, movements, and breath, specifically targeted to 108 major diseases or disorders such as diabetes, arthritis, blood pressure, rheumatism, and so on. The United States of Kailasa. Kailasa is a revival of the ancient Hindu civilizational nation with its own sovereign territory also. It is the first nation for all the 2 billion born and practicing Hindu diaspora existing worldwide. The ancient enlightened Hindu civilization used to exist in 56 nations. 10,000 Hindu traditions flourished in 200 Hindu kingdoms and 1,700 Hindu provinces. However, centuries of religious persecution has made Hindus orphan with no countries representing them. The last Hindu nation to fall was Nepal in 2007. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the head of 21 such ancient indigenous kingdoms of Hinduism, and he is reviving Hinduism to its fullest glory in the United States of Kailasa, which stands for human rights and religious freedom for all Hindus worldwide, protecting Hindus from persecution in an over 100 countries. And he has established the Supreme Court of Kailasa. The torture and murder attempts by the state and non-state actors, this has been what we have been fighting against. We have been standing strongly for human rights. Kailasa, the first nation of Hindus led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, spoke on behalf of the 2 billion global Hindu diaspora at the 14th session of the United Nations Forum on Minority Issues. And this is a very significant move for all Hindus across the world. There are several nations across the world where 200 plus proclamations, certificates of recognition have come for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Kailasa, and 70 plus cities across the globe have declared January 3rd as Kailasa's SPH Nithyananda Day. Here you can see the various citations, the various proclamations that have been conferred and given to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Kailasa. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has graced the pages of the Asia Book of Records in an exciting feat of accomplishing the extraordinary achievements in maximum books published and so forth that has come up recently. And we are so honored that today we will be witnessing a historic event where the United States of Kailasa and the city of Newark, New Jersey, will be signing the agreement on bilateral ties. And we thank the mayor of Newark, Ras Baraka, and the city of Newark for agreeing, and we welcome the bilateral arrangement that is happening with the city. To say a little bit about the city of Newark. Newark is the most populous city in the United States state of New Jersey, and the second largest city within the New York metropolitan area, and settled in 1666 by Puritans from New Haven Colony. It is one of the oldest cities in the United States. Its location at the mouth of the Passaic River has made the city's waterfront an integral part of the port of New York and New Jersey. Several companies have their headquarters there, including Prudential, PSE&G, and so forth. And we look forward to this bilateral ties, the protocol bilateral agreement that is going to be signed very shortly with the city of Newark. And now we get ready to witness this historic event in the city of Newark. And we take it over to Ma Vijay Priya. Nithyananda. on the city of Newark's, their online link, but just wanted to share that as of now, what was happening, what you have witnessed right now was there was a prayer that was conducted by the council members and an introduction to the whole event by the master of ceremony, Deputy Mayor Ligia de Freitas. And after that, there was the national anthem of the United States of America, which was followed by the national anthem of the United States of KAILASA. There will be a video presentation that will be shown about the United States of KAILASA. Followed by that would be a message from the councilman Louis Quintana, which will be followed by the message from Council President LaMonica McClever, and then will be the message that will be from the Mayor Ras Baraka. Once this is done, Sri Kailasa's permanent ambassador to the UN, Her Excellency Ms. Vijayapriya Nithyananda, will be sharing a message. And once that is done, the official signing of the protocol bilateral ties will happen between the city of Newark and the United States of KAILASA. So this is what is happening right now, and we're all looking forward to hearing the audio from the city of Newark directly. Logged in right now are watching as the city gets to know more about Kailasa and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We just watched the video presentation about the United States of Kailasa. And now this is all about what Newark City is about. The city is actually quite diverse and has people from all over the world who have made Newark as their home. Witnessing the presentation and a message from Councilman Louis Quintana.
Nithyanandam Nithyanandame Anandam Anandam Nithyanandame Nithyanandam Anandam Nithyanandame 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 Govinda Gopala Keshava Madhava Narayana Rajiva Lochana Adi Sanadana Nithyanandam Anandam Anandam Nithyanandame Nithyanandam Anandam Nithyanandame 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 Govinda Gopala Keshava Madhava Narayana Rajiva Lochana Adi Sanadana Anandam Nithyanandame Nithyanandam Anandam Nithyanandame நித்யானந்தமே நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தமே नित्यानंदमे ब्रह्मांड नायक हरे नित्यानंदमे ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वर नित्यानंदमे ब्रह्मांड नायक हरे नित्यानंदमे 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 येसु पिता प्रभु अल्लाह मौला महावीर बुद्ध सब ही एक ही नाम नित्यानंदमे ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वर नित्यानंदमे ब्रह्मांड नायक हरे नित्यानंदमे 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 येसु पिता प्रभु अल्लाह मौला महावीर बुद्ध सब है एक ही नाम नित्यानंदमे दर्शन दे दो मुझे नित्यानंदा जगत गुरु देवा मेरा नित्यानंदा नित्यानंदमे नित्यानंदमे बजो बजो श्याम बजो नित्यानंद नाम बजो मधुरम मधुरम हरे नित्यानंदमे नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानंदमे गुरु नित्यं ध्यानं नित्यानंदमे आनंदमे नित्यानंदमे गुरु नित्यानंद नामं नित्यानंदमे चरणं पदकमलं नित्यानंदमे आनन्दम् आनन्दं नित्यानन्दमे नित्यानन्दम् आनन्दं नित्यानन्दमे प्रेम सुध सागर तू नित्यानंदमे पतित पावन तू नित्यानंदमे प्रेम सुध सागर तू नित्यानंदमे पतित पावन तू नित्यानंदमे 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 जीवन ज्योति जलाओ मुझे अपना बना लो चरण लगा लो मुझे नित्यानंदमे प्रेम सुध सागर तू नित्यानंदमे पतित पावन तुम नित्यानंदमे 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 जीवन ज्योति जलाओ मुझे अपना बना लो चरण लगा लो मुझे नित्यानंदमे
The manifestation of enlightenment is achieved for ourselves and for the world, ultimately contributing to the cause of world peace. KAILASA is the revival of the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation with its own sovereign territory also. It is the first sovereign nation for all the 2 billion born and practicing Hindu diaspora worldwide. In ancient times, Hinduism was a state religion in 56 nations. 10,000 Hindu traditions flourished in 200 kingdoms and 1,700 provinces. But unfortunately, centuries of religious persecution has made Hindus orphaned, with no countries representing them, no voice on international platforms, no political leaders advocating for their rights and religious freedom. Hindus have undergone the world's longest and cruelest and silent persecution. More than 400 million Hindus have been massacred. More than 3.7 million Hindus were forced and blackmailed into conversion. More than 95 million Hindus were tortured under political crimes, and over 9 million Hindu scriptures were burned in Nithyananda University. And this persecution of Hindus is not something of the past. For more than a decade now, there have been over 100 assassination attempts on the Supreme Pontiff of Buddhism and countless lawfare. He has been tortured by state actors. He is assassinated on social media and mainstream media. He has been kidnapped. His nuns, minor and adults, have been tortured and raped. Countless of his monasteries and temples have been destroyed. And eventually, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was forced into exile. But instead of succumbing to the extreme inhuman treatment, the assassination attempts, the torture, the relentless defamation, the lawfare, Out of his extreme compassion for humanity and love for humanity, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism successfully revived the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization of KAILASA and established the United States of KAILASA. What Vivekananda visualized, Aurobindo aspired, Osho worked for, Maharishi mandated, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism from Nithyananda Paramashivam has made it. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the head of 21 ancient indigenous kingdoms of Hinduism, and he has successfully revived Hinduism to its full glory in the United States of KAILASA, which stands for human rights and religious freedom for all Hindus worldwide, protecting Hindus worldwide from persecution. The Enlightenment Hindu civilizational nation, revived in the sovereign land of KAILASA, as you may know, once contributed enormously to the world. It contributed to more than 40% of the world's GDP. It gifted the world the first democracy, the first constitution, scientific advancements such as the number zero, the Pythagoras theorem, the nuclear technology, the theory of antimatter, the oldest language, the dark particle, just to name a few. The mission and vision of KAILASA is to recreate this enlightenment Hindu civilization that used to exist and an enlightened living for all of humanity. KAILASA is reviving ancient treaties that accounted to the and success of ancient times. Treaties that ensured no one is left hungry, no child is left without education, no one is left in poverty and without the best holistic health care. No one struggles with mental illness, no one is homeless. Treaties that ensure women are respected, empowered, and placed in leadership positions. Treaties that ensure that all are given equal opportunities, and treaties that ensure that all are treated as God Himself, with reverence and respect. One of KAILASA's state education agencies, the Nithyananda University, is the largest Hindu university in the world. It has offered free education to close to 17 million students for the past 20 years. KAILASA's Annalaya Food Banks operates through multiple non-profit organizations in over 100 countries and has served over 1 billion vegetarian meals to mankind worldwide. During the pandemic, KAILASA converted its temple monastery complexes into multi-layered quarantine centers for people from all walks of life to quarantine themselves, giving them free accommodation, food, healthcare, and even free internet. And in the United States, KAILASA has its presence in almost all the 50 states. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself visited the United States multiple times since 2003 and personally established and inaugurated KAILASA ecosystems across the United States of America, including in New Jersey and in New York in 2004. Since then, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivam, has positively transformed the lives of millions of people around. So wherever Hindus have settled, they have excelled. They are the highest income earners among the religious minorities, with the highest education rate, lowest divorce rate, lowest crime rate, lowest drug abuse rate, and the Enlightenment Hindu civilization today is immersed. It's a conscious and KAILASA, the seedbed of Hinduism, is the only solution. KAILASA is complementary to every nation. It carries the hope of enlightenment living in every community, city, and nation. It is a support to Hindus in every city and nation. KAILASA stands for all the great values enshrined in the constitution of KAILASA, the Vedas and the Agamas. It is governed by the sovereign order of Sri KAILASA, the oldest governing. KAILASA's vision and mission is enlightenment living for all of humanity, which is rooted in the fundamental principle of Advaita and oneness, the idea that all beings can live in peace and harmony, and that all human beings are equal in divine and can reach their highest potential, manifesting the state, the space, powers, and being in the Honorable Deputy Mayor of the Fritas and Honorable Councilman marks an important beginning of collaboration between the United States of KAILASA and the city to working with the government of Newark and with all of you to further advance our broader bilateral agenda for a greater vision of world peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador. So now we're going to do this ceremony.
Ready.
Yes, ma'am. Do you want to get through here?
Officially, Sister City. Let's get up. Number right.
भवभयहरणं श्री नित्यानंद में वंदित चरणं श्री नित्यानंद में भवभयहरणं श्री नित्यानंद में वंदित नित्यानंद में
So did she say you say this is Miami? This the Bible? Oh, okay. Thank you.
ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தமே நித்யானந்தம் ஆனந்தம் நித்யானந்தமே नित्यानंद में ब्रह्मांड नायक हरे नित्यानंद में ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वर नित्यानंद में ब्रह्मांड नायक हरे नित्यानंद में नित्यानंद में नित्यानंद में येशु पिता प्रभु अल्लाह मौला महावीर बुद्ध सब ही एक ही नाम नित्यानंद में ब्रह्म विष्णु महेश्वर नित्यानंद में ब्रह्मांड नायक हरे नित्यानंद में नित्यानंद सुपिता प्रभु अल्लाह मौला महावीर बुद्ध सब है एक ही नाम नित्यानंद में दर्शन दे दो मुझे नित्यानंद जगत गुरु देवा मेरा नित्यानंद नित्यानंद में बजो बजो श्याम बजो नित्यानंद नाम बजो मधुरम मधुरम हरे नित्यानंद में नित्यम ज्ञानम नित्यानंद में गुरु नित्यम ज्ञानम नित्यानंद में आनंदम नित्यानंद में नित्यानंदम आनंदम नित्यानंद में
Nithyananda, and it is indeed a vision that we have all witnessed today.
नित्यानंद में द्वापर युग में तुम पांडुरंगा कलयुग की भगवान नित्यानंदा नित्यानंद में शक्ति भक्ति मुक्ति दे दो माता पिता दी
The United States of KAILASA. It has been an amazing moment, and we're still live streaming, and we're absolutely joyous, and we are excited for all the opportunities that will have based on this agreement. We thank everyone for joining us for this particular historic moment, and here's to many more to come in the days going by. Thank you so much, and Nithyananda.